Hello to my colleagues. I am Melissa Gillis. The goal of my 1 hour lesson is geared towards data-driven, using a multi-module learning practicing through visual and auditory. The learners are adult ESL students learning English as a second language. They are refugees and immigrants. And the lesson will be them hearing and listening to the alphabets. The goal is for them to master the memorization. That's the whole goal of it. So that at some point in time, they'll be able to sit in small groups and do the alphabets together until they get to that point to even be able to start using big words in the classroom. The tools that I will need in order to be successful with this would be a projector screen, and of course the internet. In my classroom, we are in a learning center. Those would be the tools that I would need for visual and audio. I will do my formative assessments the old-fashioned way, or however you want to call it, through using just pen and paper. Hand each student out a piece of paper. Make the room calm, very calm. I'm doing a formative assessment because I don't want to intimidate the students at all. Because this is not a grade. That's like a low grade. It's not a grade at all when you're doing formative assessment in this learning center. It's for me to see where the students are at and to see what we need to continue to work on. Learn who knows more than the other so that I can group them into small groups, because there's different learning strategies for ESL students. And that's why I chose data-driven. So those would be the tools that I would use. These are effective practices, and students do eventually learn to memorize them through hearing and visual, and then beginning to write them down to see exactly where they are at. I deal with a lot of challenges because of the language barriers. Once I do this, the data-driven allows me to attack a situation before we even get to the assessment part, or really it's sort of like the before we really get into I want to say the meat and gravy of it. It's a very calm setting, and those are my delivery techniques. I went over the background knowledge. I went over the specific resources and needs, and I went over the overview of my lesson and the goal of my lesson, and that is to make shining little stars. Thank you. I look forward to you guys' feedback. Have a great day and a great weekend.